Happy New Year, and here are the predictions for 2026. The world of fashion will be astounded when two major design houses both present their all-beige ranges of clothing in Milan. Each will accuse the other of industrial espionage. It will become public that an Australian has trained a colony of naked mole rats to find opals. In a knee-jerk reaction, the Australian government will shut his mine down. But then the idea will spread, and the Australians will find that their gemstone industry now has to compete with foreign, unregulated mole mines. The mine owners will insist that the mole rats end up being better fed and happier mining for gems, and that they love it. Public opinion will be divided, and while the Australians debate the issue, mole mines will open in Ethiopia and Mexico and threaten to dominate the market. A trans athlete boxer will put 3 male competitors in hospital at the World Championships. Neither side of the debate will know how best to react when it is revealed that the athlete was born as 2 separate gorillas. Stewpot, the world's first fast food stew chain, will become the fastest growing high street franchise. Customers will serve themselves tasty and nutritious stews that are pumped through tubes from semi-automated kitchens, reducing the staffing levels considerably. An alien space fleet will arrive at Earth, and the aliens in it will be amazed and disgusted that religion is still practiced by humans. The aliens will issue an ultimatum: abandon all religion or die. Faced with this external threat, it will turn out that humanity finds it quite easy to become secular. The ability of AI to create convincing humans on a computer screen will become so easy to use that people will lose all faith in anything said by anyone online, and face-to-face meetings will become essential for all businesses and social interactions. The benefits of this will prove so great that a single-issue political party will form with the policy of banning the internet. And at the same time, the rush to manufacture convincing androids for physical meetings will intensify. Boris Johnson will be refused entry to the Houses of Parliament after a new haircut renders him unrecognisable. A viral TikTok video will use an Artie Shaw track from the 1930s and cause it to become a #1 hit in the charts, giving rise to a revival in swing-era jazz. Young people, unused to syncopation, musicianship and tunes, will at first be confused by the sounds, but soon will be won over. The word of the year will be Utterwhat, an acronym for Upright Talking Animal with Opposable Thumbs, characters like Bugs Bunny and Winnie the Pooh. At first, this will be used by academics and online forums discussing animated films and puppetry, but soon it will escape into the mainstream, and within 2 months will become a common playground insult, leading to a ban on its use in schools. It will then morph again into a term referring first to a character with no character arc, and then it will be used to refer to adults who are unashamedly themselves and have admirably fully formed and consistent personalities. There will be huge amounts of online bullying caused by people reacting to other people who are using the word to mean one of its many earlier meanings, since keeping up with the trend will prove so difficult. A YouTuber prankster will be elected president of Luxembourg on a stated ticket of closing all the banks and using their funds to build fun fairs. This will cause a legal crisis when it turns out that the Luxembourgian constitution requires him to take up the post and appoint ministers to carry out his stated policies. A fire will break out in a massive secure property used to store modern art. The insurers will refuse to pay out and will argue successfully in court that the art stored there was meritless, worthless rubbish. The owners of the rubbish will then countersue, arguing that the insurance companies charged quite a bit for the insurance based on the high valuation of the works, and that they should not have done this if they knew that the art was worthless, and so were effectively committing fraud. The countersuing will be successful and the insurers forced to pay out. However, the action will backfire when it serves to prove to the rest of the world that the art must actually have been worthless. Crime lords the world over will be inconvenienced when their ability to launder money this way is removed. The British composer Mike Oldfield, famed for his masterpieces such as Hurgast Ridge and Ommadawn, will come out of retirement to record yet another rewrite of Moonlight Shadow. A small group of teenage investigators, led by the anonymous YouTuber known simply as The One, will reveal that the algorithm thought to be running YouTube is actually a retired architect from South Dakota called Colin Hargreaves. After Colin's unmasking in front of the local press, a lawyer acting for him will issue a statement saying that he would have gotten away with it were it not for those meddling kids. The American Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences will decide to include fan films as eligible for consideration. This will shake up the industry considerably when 3 Star Wars fan films outcompete Disney Studios' latest releases in that franchise. The Nobel Prize for Mathematics will be won by a team from Charles University in Prague after it delivers final mathematical proofs that yes, communism really has been tried, and no, it really doesn't work. After Henry Cavill withdraws from the Warhammer 40k film he was developing, his part will be recast and Ariana Grande will step in as his replacement. And in a surprise move, the Taiwanese army will invade and reconquer China. Good night.